I wanted to take you around and show you all the different posters and infographics and things I've got on my gym wall that I have created or accumulated over the past 10 years of my career. I hope you find it helpful. Wow, time really does fly when you're having fun. That was 7 years ago, so since then I've gotten quite a few new posters and things on the wall. So let's do an updated tour and let's see what's on my gym walls 7 years later. Check it out. All right, first up we've got these two guys right here. This is our Good Sport code, and we use this when we are starting to play any competitive games at the beginning of the year, and it's a great way to kind of talk about good sportsmanship, have the kids put one hand on their heart, one hand in the air, repeat the Good Sport code. Have a lot of deets on the website on that. All the posters I will have linked in the blog post. It's linked down below. And so you can go check them out as well. This is a free download on our website if you want to check it out. Good Sport code. This is our daily warm-up poster. I have the poster, and then throughout the year I also have these little like cheat sheets that'll give the kids that are in 2nd, 3rd through 5th grade after probably about like the 8th or 9th week of school, and we're kind of in our routine. I'll let a student lead the warm-up if I have a responsible class as kind of a reward for them, and I'll pick a new leader each week, and the kids really love that. So we do that, and then while they're leading, I'll either just participate with them, we'll have some discussions, or I'll be setting up for the game or the activity that we're doing. So that's really helpful when you have like a transition from like a kindergarten class to a 5th grade class, because it gives you a little more time to transition equipment, things like that. Coming over here, we got our water fountain in our bathroom. You can see the wait until the music is on. That is our thing that we do for water fountain and for bathroom. And that's kind of my big management strategy with class in general, is just when the music's on, kids are moving. When the music's off, they're listening. So if a kid asks me if they can use the bathroom, I always just say, hey, is the music on? If the music's on, that means yes. And I've actually, we do a knock and a lock philosophy. I used to have a little like stop and go sign on here, but now we just lock the door. So we share a bathroom with everybody. Everybody has one bathroom, so the kids knock on it, and if it's locked, that means that there's somebody in there. So anyways, that's that. And then this is our little tiny rules and consequences poster. I do have a video I'll link up going over this. Shout out to Joey Fife for the design of respect yourself, respect others, and respect this place. It kind of lined up with my rules, and I kind of took that from his expectations that he posted a while back. So thanks, Joey, for that idea. And I got a bigger one over here on this wall. So over there, you can kind of see that one. Well, I'll take you over there in a minute, but that's on the other side of the gym. So let's stick with where we're at. All right, next up, you can check out, first of all, I don't know if you can see that because it's kind of bright. That's like my first day of school picture slideshow showing my family to kiddos. But up here at the top, you can see the locomotor movements. That's our locomotor train with all the different walk, jog, skip, slide, gallop movements. I got a video and post on that. It's on our locomotor resource pack if you want to check that out. And then we've got 2 new posters over here that I just added recently. Do your best, forget the rest. One of my most commonly used phrases, along with I can't do it yet, adding that yet on the end, is just kind of our way to remind kids to practice perseverance and to make sure that they're controlling their effort and forgetting about the win or the loss record, but just making sure that they're putting in their 100%, because that's what we can control. We'll get to that in another poster called Control the Controllables in a minute, but this is a new one we did this summer. PE gives me. So this is PE gives me the confidence, knowledge, and skills to pursue adventure. And that's kind of my way that I explain the purpose of PE to students. Is I want them to, physical literacy to me is kids having the knowledge, skills, and confidence they need to pursue whatever adventure they want for the rest of their life. So we talk about that at the beginning of the year when we open the first week of school, and when we do games and things like that. I'm always trying to tie it back into the knowledge, skills, and confidence to pursue adventure. So I want kids to know that PE is equipping them to have an adventurous life and to pursue anything that they want to for the rest of their life. Coming over here, there's my little cart setup. Got a video on that if you want to check that out on the channel. This is our PE values. This is probably one of the oldest posters, I would say, our PE values poster. And this is like a word cloud from my 5th grade students submitting the things that they would give advice to younger students. Like at the end of the year I did a Google form, and the kids like put in everything that they thought would be good advice for people that were coming after them, and then we made little ball and a few different other designs out of those words. But the ones that were bigger words are the ones that were said more. So like good sportsmanship, have fun, try hard, be careful, pay attention, never stop trying. Anyway, so I kind of like that because it reminds me of those kids that kind of helped with that and helped with our deciding what our PE values were. Next up, we've got our Fitness Hall of Fame up here. This is our school records for the last 18 years, and then each year we have like a little smaller sheet where we have our yearly records for that year for like pacer tests, push-ups, curl-ups, and sit and reach, and mile run for 5th grade. And then at the top we have our fastest class picture. So if the kids win the fastest class challenge school-wide, then they get to get their picture up in the gym forever. So their picture gets to live and their legacy remains in the gym. So the kids love that. They get really pumped about it. Last year was actually the first year in the 5 years I've been doing it where we had a 2nd grade class actually won the whole thing and beat all of the 3rd, 4th, 5th grade classes. So that was pretty cool for them, and they got super pumped. Next up, we've got our climbing equipment rules, and I've got again, overview on this, but you can go check these rules posters out. You can check out an overview of all the climbing equipment if you want to on our climbing overview blog post. We've got 2 climbing walls, monkey bars, and a cargo net in our gym. Over here we've got our conflict corner. This came from our guidance counselor, so I can't give you a copy of that, but that's our zones of regulation. You can find a lot of infographics and things on zones of regulation, but we have that over here with our conflict corner. This is our conflict resolution station where we learn how to solve problems, and it's a really great management system. If you are not familiar with it, I would recommend checking out our video explaining how it works, where kids can just come over and solve a problem on their own, teaching kids how to take responsibility for little small issues that they have in class. So big winner on Conflict Corner. If you're not doing that, if you're not familiar with it, go check it out. It is a really great strategy. All right, moving on around. Next up is our RPE scale, our rate of perceived exertion. And I'll be honest, I don't know how I'm gonna use this yet. We had somebody request it, so we created one, but I definitely use it for like things when we're doing the pacer test. But it's just a way for kids to kind of check their heart rate, see where they're at, see how much they can talk, and it kind of gives them a few very simplified, very kid-friendly summaries of where each level is. So you can Google the Borg RPE scale if you want to, and read a ton of information about it and find a lot of different ways to use it. But that's a new one this year as well. Got our stereo system here, our speakers. Next up is our health-related fitness components, and we've got cardio, muscular endurance, muscular strength, flexibility, body composition. We are required to do fitness testing, so that's kind of built into almost every activity. We talk about what component of fitness it hits and different exercises and things like that. So that's one of our standards in 5th grade as well, for the kids to know those 5 components of fitness and examples of how to improve each one. The levels of partner acceptance is great for teaching kids how to react and when they're placed with a partner and being able to work with anybody in their class. So I have a lot of information on different activities you could use to try this out if you want to. Shout out to Sarah Wood for, I think, originally coming up with this concept, and then Barb Borden and Kyle Bragg have also put out a lot of resources around it as well, and I'll link up the blog post where I explain how I use it in the gym and a few activities if you want to try it out. It is a free download on the blog if you want to check it out. Next up is the new National PE Standards. It is down now, the Shape America standards get down to 4 in kid-friendly language. Just making sure that we have our main overarching focuses posted clearly and concisely. Next is our blown up poster of our rules. We go over this at the beginning of the year, and then consequences. This is our school-wide initiatives for little signals that we do, which we follow something called capturing kids' hearts, if you're familiar with that. We've got like our emergency posters over here. This is a cool one that I made this summer. And something that I talk to kids about a lot. So every day at the end of our class, our kids walk down this line right here, and so they'll be facing this before they walk out the door, so every day they'll see it on the way out. But it's just something I talk to them about a lot, which is control what you can. So kind of what I was talking about earlier with do your best, forget the rest. Like something I talk to my own personal kids about and my students about. It's like we can control our effort, we can control our attitude, we can control our choices. So we can't always control if we win a game, right? We can't always control if we're successful at a task or an activity. What we can control is the attitude we have whenever we're doing that activity, and we can control how much effort we put into it. So if you've seen the teaching tip video, the only way to always win is to measure your success by the amount of effort that you put in. So as long as we know that I put 100% in and I had a good attitude and I tried my best to make good choices, that's all I need from a student every day. So just trying to remind kids that the results aren't always in our control, but these three things are always in our control. So that's a good one. Next up is our workout posters. Let's check them out. So these are just posters that target different components of fitness. We have like some full body workouts, upper body strength, cardiovascular endurance. So I just have a bunch of those posted on our walls. This goes along with our 25 exercises resource, and sometimes we'll just have the kids go pick one that they want, so they're getting the choice of what component of fitness they want to focus on. We have all the components, and then it's like as many rounds as possible type workout. So usually it has about 5 or 6 different exercises for them to try out, and then they can repeat it, or they can go to a different one and try a different one if they want to. All right, so next up is our cues posters. This is probably my favorite visual in the gym, although I do really love the locomotor wall. But each cues poster kind of has an overview of the overarching things I'm trying to teach in each unit. So we got one for our gymnastics unit, frisbee cues, throwing and catching cues, one of my favorites. Don't forget basketball cues, dribbling, passing, and shooting. Jump rope trick chart, striking with paddles, soccer cues, working on passing, working on dribbling, working on some gameplay, spike ball, batting and fielding, aka baseball and softball cues poster. So working on batting off tees, throwing and catching skills. Next up, we've got similar to my as many rounds as possible's exercise workouts. We got Mr. C's superhero workouts, kind of similar to any AMRAP style workout. These were like one of the first things I put up actually, and I've just left them up because the kiddos really love doing like superhero workouts, because obviously kids are fans of comic books and superheroes. Single balances poster, green is easy, yellow medium, red is hard. That was something we created for our gymnastics unit, and then the kids really just enjoy doing it, so we use it like for a station activity sometimes, and even after school kids will be over here doing balances sometimes, so I just leave it up all year long. Almost forgot our self-assessment posters. Every day at the end of our class, students come and they line up on this line right here, and then they kind of hit which poster that they think they're at. We have 4 choices on that. So it's just a way for them to have a daily opportunity for self-reflection and self-assessment, and for me to make sure that the students and me are on the same page of where they're at. If you want to see a video of how I explain it to kids, and also you can download a template for making these self-assessment posters, you can go check out the blog on First Week of School. And that is pretty much it. I do have a couple more rule signs for our rock wall, but like I said, you can check out the rock wall and climbing blog posts if you want to check those out. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Hope that was helpful. I hope it gave you some good ideas. One thing that I didn't go over, because we don't have them up yet because our kids didn't actually start school yet. This is the last day of summer for students that come back to school tomorrow, is our I can statements. We do have printable, kid-friendly I can statements that we put up for each lesson or each unit. That kind of covers the grade level outcomes that we're trying to shoot for that unit, and what standards we're covering in that unit. I love having skill cues, objectives, and things posted, because when people come in, they get the idea that we're actually learning, that this is a place where learning takes place, and that it's not just a place where someone's going to roll a ball out and they're going to play basketball all day. So I like being able to reflect that, but at the same time, I have made slow changes over the course of 18. I'm going into 18, so over the course of 17 years, just added a few new things each year. So if this is like your first year teaching or your second or third year teaching, and you don't have anything on your gym walls, then don't worry. Like, that's exactly how it was my first or second year teaching. I didn't have anything on my walls. It was all completely bare, and I was using CDs on a stereo cart and didn't have a remote. So, you know, you make changes over time. Don't compare your beginning or even your middle to someone else's end. All that to say, change takes time. Have fun to teach on. Hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. Later.